We're at the National Hardware Show 2015 looking at some of the cool products here at the show, and that brought me over to the GenTent Safety Canopies booth, gang. This is really cool, and I wanted to show you this. We are looking at some canopies for your generator. I've got Mark here. Mark, tell us a little bit more about these canopies.
Well, the GenTent was built specifically to help people run their portable generators in essentially any kind of wet weather, from rainstorms to snowstorms to even hurricanes. I developed it after we had an ice storm come through in 2008, and I learned that generators cannot be used outside in wet weather, and of course they can't be used inside in any enclosed spaces because of carbon monoxide poisoning. Went on a path to design a new product, and we engineered this and brought it out in 2012, just in time to help several hundred families during Superstorm Sandy to stay safe, and the company has just continued to grow since then.
Very nice, Mark. Now, do you have a kind of a demonstration that you can show us of this, how this works?
Sure. The GenTent clamps onto the generator frame with a clamping system that we've developed that's fully adjustable inside and out, and so it will fit. This will allow the GenTent to fit on virtually any generator from about 3,000 watts up to 10,000 watts. And we've got a canopy that comes in the 10,000 watt size, that's the 10K, so 10,000 watts and below. We also have a version that's 25% bigger for the gigantic 20,000 watt generators that are out there. These clamps hold a fiberglass rod frame, and that frame then supports the GenTent canopy itself. And the canopy is made out of a heavy marine grade vinyl. It's sewn and then welded to make sure that it's completely waterproof. It has a door on the front that opens up and allows you to refuel your generator. It keeps your generator portable, and it gives you access to all of the areas of maintenance that you want on the generator. There is an electrical skirt that is used to cover the sensitive electrical outlet area, which is really the area that will cause the electrocution if it gets wet. And this is held on by Velcro that we have all around a flap, which with a covering flap on it to keep that waterproof as well. So it doesn't matter if your electrical outlets are on the short side of the generator or if they're on the long side of the generator. We've got a solution for that.
Right, because it's completely adjustable with that Velcro.
Right. Now what we're announcing at this show is our next version reuses the same canopy, it reuses the same frame. Instead of using a clamping system, we use a Kevlar strapping system. So we got a Kevlar strap with a ratchet buckle, and then we've got these angle sections with extension arms on them. And you basically just ratchet this down, you ratchet mount it to your little inverter class generator, from 1,000 watts to 3,000 watts. I think there's one manufacturer that actually makes a 7,000 watt fully enclosed inverter. And so now for tailgaters, RVers, campers, emergency responders, food truck owners, all of those people who have the need for power when they're away from the grid and they're using a quiet inverter, they've got a solution with the GenTent as well.
Very nice. Now, when a person's operating a generator, do you need to have that open, or can it operate closed like that?
Oh, no, it operates closed. That's what keeps it waterproof. They only open this panel when they want to refuel.
So heat doesn't become an issue whatsoever.
Right. In fact, we just finished third-party claims testing and to ensure that the GenTent does not change the cooling profile of the generator at all. In fact, we drove it down the road at 80 miles an hour to test it for wind speed, which is the equivalent of a 120-mile-an-hour hurricane. We pelted it with 24 inches of rain per hour, and we put a 55.5-pound load on it to simulate 18 inches of snow.
And it came through with flying colors.
Flying colors. You can see that. You can see all the reports on our website.
That sounds great. Speaking of the website, if people want to get more information, that's the place to go. What is that website?
Very simple. It's just gentent.com.
That sounds great, Mark. We're at the Hardware Show 2015.